Hey, Bill, you're on with Fitz.
Hey Fitz, how you doing? Bill Hernandez, hardrockreviews.com.
Hey Bill, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good. It's an honor and a pleasure to speak with you today, and I thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to talk with us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
So let's remind everyone we're talking with Michael Fitzpatrick of Fitz and the Tantrums, and of course, Fitz and the Tantrums have kicked off 2025 with their new single "Ruin the Night," which is a dance floor ready anthem that wrestles with lingering memories. The track blends introspective lyrics with an infectious beat, making it a perfect addition to their signature sound. And you, of course, have described it as a song about trying to move forward while the past refuses to fade. And honestly, I can relate to that, and I think so many other people can relate to that. And of course, alongside the single, the band has announced their Man on the Moon tour spanning 31 cities across North America. And you guys, of course, are going to bring part of that tour to the Culture Room in Fort Lauderdale on May 11th. And man, we're just so looking forward to seeing you guys live out there.
Oh, can't wait. I know the culture room well, my friend. I've
Yes,
been there
been there,
many
done that.
times. A relic from the 80s.
Oh yeah, it's a small little hole in the wall, but such a
Have you
great
ever seen
venue.
the owner?
Yeah,
He literally is still in the 80s.
yeah, for
It's
sure.
it's truly one of the most time capsule places as musicians. You know, you travel all across the country, and some places are brand new, fancy. Some are like a hole in the wall. But it's such a capsule in time. It has not changed. I feel like I'm literally about to go see, somebody walk out from the 80s
I don't think
on
it's.
stage.
I honestly don't think it's been painted since the '80s. It just has the same facade. Everything's the same, but nonetheless, a super
Hey,
super great venue for shows, man.
hey, guys, so
Oh,
sorry to jump in here. I just wanted to make a quick note. The show's at Revolution Live, not the Culture Room.
Oh, okay,
oh,
wonderful.
well,
So sorry about
that's
that.
Pretty much the
true
same thing.
insanity.
I think Revolution Live was only updated because of the Rock of Ages was filmed there, the actual motion picture. So they threw some dollars in there, but nonetheless, it's still a throwback in time.
Oh, I love it. Well, we've been to Fort Lauderdale so many times. Always love coming back to Florida. And we're doing that one right before we get on a cruise. So we're going to be soaking up being on terra firma
Oh,
for one last
sweet.
day.
Now your music has always had an infectious energy. I mean, if you had to describe Fits in the Tantrum sound using only textures, how would you do it?
Using only textures?
Yeah.
Um,
I know
I'd
it's out there.
say, let's see. I'd go with a neon colored polar fleece. It's loud, but it's comfy.
Oh, see, that's perfect. Absolutely. And I can envision that, and it fits you guys perfectly. Now, we're talking about the new single, Ruin the Night, and explores grappling with the past. Was there a specific moment or memory that inspired this track?
Yeah, I think, everybody can relate to this idea that like you end something with somebody and you can be in a relationship with somebody for years, even they're your best friend, and then within 24 hours you can never speak to them again.
Mm.
And that's such a violent, abrupt experience for anybody to go through, especially with a partner in a romantic relationship. And it can be so jarring. And I had this one girlfriend in my 20s that just broke my heart, left me out on a limb, and never gave me an explanation. And that was maybe the hardest part. So she just walked around rent free in my head for many, many years, just sort of this, even a question of why. And I just love sort of trying to capture the idea that you're not even with this person anymore. You've got somebody else. The story in the song is literally this girl asked me to go out with her. She's like, hey, and you're like, yeah, I think I could do this. And you're dancing with this girl, and the ghost of this other person is
Mm-hmm.
still haunting you, even on the dance floor. And I just love the image of that ghost haunting you on the dance floor.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with Fitz and the Tantrum is that your songwriting resonates with so much of the everyday lives of us people out here, and we resonate with your band so much that way. Now, forgive me if I mispronounce this last name. You've worked with Jonas Hayberg. Is that it? Is that how you would pronounce it?
Jonas, he's Danish, so it's the way they say is Jonas Jeberg, but Jonas Jeberg is how I say it in American.
Wonderful. Now, you've worked with him on this single. Were there any unexpected creative challenges in the studio with this?
I've worked with Jonas before. He did a couple songs with us a couple albums back, and then he had about a year and a half ago, I'd randomly written me and said, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. I'd love for us to do some more writing together." And the thing that was really amazing about the journey with Jonas, because Jonas ended up doing a big portion of the record, um, was that we just sat there talking about music and the band's 5 albums and listening and talking about what we loved from each record and just sort of came to this conclusion that especially in 2025 nobody knows what's a hit song anymore. Nobody can tell you. Radio doesn't impact in the same way it used to be. There's literally 100,000 songs coming out every week. And we just said, I think we just really need to rely on the things that made this band great from the beginning, which is just this honesty, truth, bringing in these soulful 60s elements mixed in with more modern day elements. But he just really challenged me to try and lean into trying to not just go for the pop smash hit, but lean into just trying to get some depth and just really trying to create some deeper meaning to some of these songs rooted in some real stories. And he really pushed for this record, and we sort of set this compass that we weren't just going to go for the obvious choice, that we were going to push and challenge ourselves at every turn, which meant sometimes the days felt harder and longer because we'd beat the crap out of the song we just wrote, or we'd throw one away and say, it's a good song, but it doesn't fit in the sort of ethos of what we're trying to do here. And so we just both constantly were pushing each other once we set this benchmark to make sure that we were always trying to hit that, whether it was with the sounds, the sonics, the songwriting, the lyric, everything was always being pushed to be the best it could be.
Mm. Now, your live performances are electric. I mean, they're freaking amazing. What's maybe a small unnoticed detail about your stage presence that fans might not realize?
Well, one thing is once you set the bar that you're going to do a knockdown, drag out, 1,000% high energy show, you set that as a bar, and that's what we expect from each other on stage. And if somebody's not bringing it, the rest of the band sort of looking at each other going like, well, why aren't you bringing it tonight? And when you're on tour, you're maybe doing 20 shows in a row. It's not always easy to bring that energy,
Sure.
but it's truly that relationship with the audience that even at our most exhausted, most tired, when the audience starts to lose their mind, it doesn't matter how dead you are inside. It still brings you back to life.
Now we know that you play the organ and keyboards. Do you play any other instruments? And are you self-taught, or did you receive lessons as a kid?
I had a little bit of lessons as a kid, but as a true ADHD kid, I like didn't want to practice, didn't want to do anything, so I stopped taking lessons and then sort of was self-taught. I play, all the black and white keys decent, and then I can noodle and get by doing a little bit of bass and a little guitar, but first and foremost, my singing, that's the one I had to work the least at, was singing. It's the one that's always come the most naturally to me.
Now, when you write songs and you sit down to write, do you hear the music in your head, or do you go to the keyboards and write on that?
It's different every time, and that's what I love is about songwriting is sometimes you'll be sitting at the piano noodling for an hour and just nothing's coming, and then all of a sudden you kind of stumble on four chords, and that four chords just kicks everything off, kicks everything off. And then other times, I'll be driving around and I'll hum a melody and I'll frantically try and record it into my phone, and that melody will be the idea. Then I'll go back and I'll try and find chords, and sometimes it's me sitting at the computer just trying to make a cool beat that makes me want to kind of shimmy in my seat. And yeah, so I love that. Every time it's a different approach. And every time that I've had a very specific idea, I want to write this kind of song, and I'll start off writing that song. It never ends up being that song, because I always have believed that the act of writing a song is kind of a living organism of itself. And you
Hmm.
can either go with the flow of where the song wants to lead you and land the ship nicely and softly, or you can fight it all along the way. And every time I fight what the song is trying to be, I ended up usually with a mediocre song at best that never really says anything at all. And every time that I sort of let the song, once it starts dividing its cells, if I sort of go where it leads me, it usually leads to something pretty magical.
Hmm. Now, is there any misconceptions about Fits and the Tantrums that maybe you love to clear up once and for all?
Misconceptions.
Yeah.
Um, not really. I mean, maybe. No, I mean, not really. I mean, people know what we do by now. I mean, it's not like we're some just coming on the scene band. People, we've been around for a hot minute. I don't really have a misconception except for I'm taller than people expect.
That's a good
I'm
answer,
six
man.
four, so
Oh wow, yeah, that's tall, man. Jesus. You guys, 2008 was the beginning of everything. I mean, did you think that almost nearly we're coming on 30 years that you still be doing this?
honestly, I mean, can't believe it. I mean, I'm already a guy that kind of broke every rule. It's me and Willie Nelson are the two guys that I can think of that started to have success in their musical career at 38. I didn't have my first hit song till I was 42. I didn't have my biggest song till I was almost 46. So everything about my career is unusual in that regard, and I'd say that one of the biggest gifts of that is that because I ate crow for so many years and struggled with nothing but absolute rejection for a solid 10 plus years, is that it really gives me a deep sense of appreciation and gratitude, because music's hard and music's harder than ever. We think we all see that with everything in the world right now feels harder. Technology is let us have our music be around the world, but nobody makes that much money from it anymore. It's all a challenge. And so to be here on the precipice of my 55th birthday with a major record label deal, mastering and mixing my 6th studio album. I've also made 2 solo records, so this will be my eighth album. It's a pretty incredible thing to be able to like have music be put out there, see people streaming it like crazy, and be getting ready for rehearsals to go out on our upteenth tour. I mean, 100th tour. I don't even know which tour it is by this point. And people are still showing up to the dance party. It's a pretty incredible thing.
Well, I just want to say congratulations on all your success over these years, and we're looking forward to the 30th anniversary tour, which I'm sure there's going to be one. And I just want to thank you so much for your time and consideration to talking with me today. And again, Fitz and the Tantrums will be at Revolution Live, not the Culture Room, on May 11th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to be looking forward to seeing you out here in Dallas, Texas in August, because that's where we're based out of now. We were in Fort Lauderdale for 31 years, but since I knew you were coming to Fort Lauderdale, we always take care of our people back home. So we're going to come out and see you in Dallas as well. So I want to wish you great success.
Can't wait. It'll be a good one.
Oh, hell yeah. And I think it's 2 shows before the very last one. So it's going to be blast.
Well, that's when you, as a performer, you see the finish line, and you don't have to worry about the tank running on empty. You can just go for it because you know you can get home on fumes.
Exactly. Well, safe travels to you and everyone on the road, and thanks again, and we'll see you out there.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the great interview.
All right. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.